All right, we're gonna do a low poly for the pauldron wing. Let's switch over to photo. God, the cyberpunk music is so good. Switch us over to photo. Hey, Mercs. Merry Christmas to you too. Not sure if it's Merry Christmas where you are, but it's Christmas here in Malaysia. Did your GF get that bad dragon product? What? Well, let's just say that she doesn't need a bad dragon product when she has one at home, you know? Fun fact, Chinese people are called the children of dragons. So make of that what you will. But no, I got her a microphone. She really likes singing and karaoke. So I let her choose a really nice microphone. Like a professional one. Really cool stuff. Her desk looks more like a streamer's desk than mine now, even though she doesn't do too much streaming herself. I wanted to get other people Christmas presents, but it's really hard to ship stuff overseas. Also, I'm kind of a lazy bum, so like I have a bunch of family and friends overseas, but it's like the cost of shipping stuff overseas is about the same cost of presents. Yeah, it sucks. I suppose this could be like a special Christmas stream. We'll see how long I can stream tonight. How about that? We'll see how long I can stream before falling asleep. I just found the cyberpunk uh, mixed music on YouTube. So I think I could go for a while listening to this. Hey Kolik, how's it going? Merry Christmas. Welcome to the stream. Wow, that's awesome. I feel so bad for the people who get like those Exanima dreams. Seems to be like a common trend among Exanima fans. But yeah, no Christmas update. Not that I know of. But you gotta be like happy about the stuff that you have, you know? I feel like Christmas is a bit like Thanksgiving where you gotta be appreciative of other things in your life besides Exanima. Like the fact that you're still alive at the end of 2020 is it's an accomplishment. Shit, that got really dark actually. Like not a lot of people, like some of the people who celebrated Christmas last year are unfortunately unable to celebrate this year. So you've definitely got that going for you. Well, I wouldn't say bamboozled. Maddock never promised a Christmas update. I think his own enthusiasm of getting an update out got ahead of him, and that's why you always end up with Coffee Diaries, where he says the update is just around the corner. Uh, to be fair, that's probably like the best way to go about Christmas this year. Even if you aren't immunocompromised, it's a lot safer to just have a small Christmas at home. But yeah, it does suck not being able to see like friends and family that you normally see around this time of year. Oh no. Do you go to church, Mr. Merks? So it's like your church or your um, place of worship. Literally, I'm not even gonna bother with the Christmas tree this time. I'm glad I have the excuse that since I live in Malaysia, it's hard to find pine trees or spruce trees to chop down. So I have that going for me. Your place of worship is your PC. What is it? Oh, wait. Oh, you got me. You got me there. How is your PC going into lockdown? You have to get it fixed or something, or go into the chop shop? Oh, Ontario is going into lockdown. From the new mutation, right? There's a new mutation of coronavirus. Apparently, people are going a bit crazy and starting to bite other people, and that's like the new way of uh, coronavirus transmission. It's pretty scary stuff. Yeah, and there's also aliens landed in China. Well, I wouldn't say they just landed. Uh, like we've been on Earth for the past 6,000, 7,000 years. It's why we're so smart and have squinty eyes. Uh, we've just mas we've just been masquerading as humans for the past couple millennia and died while burning up in the atmosphere. Okay, well I guess those are a different breed. Exactly. Our true forms are so much more beautiful. I haven't watched Graboid 3. I haven't watched the Graboid series. Hey, Zaratan! Merry Christmas! Welcome to the special Christmas stream, because we don't have an update out yet. My God, if you guys want something to listen to, just like type in Cyberpunk 2077 music. I'm listening to right now. It's pretty amazing stuff. Think it'll be for this year? Definitely. The release cycle for updates is usually 1 year. I don't think any update has been longer than 2 years. Yeah, there was that period where there's like updates one after the other almost. They're like small ones. Hopefully we can return back to that after the materials update. I'm not sure Like, what else is like super big that we have after that? I think it's mostly just content after uh, the GA update. Because there's already like systems in place for everything else, really. Biggest gap was when AI framework was being worked on. Yeah, that was a Salt Factory, wasn't it? Can't wait for more arena content. Yeah. Yeah, I think the arena update's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, I think like Maddock is basically done with the renderer, except now he's like doing material improvements now. So just because a lot of the materials didn't look good under the new, well, they either didn't look good or they could have been improved under the new lighting system. So that's probably why. I sound really happy. Well, it's Christmas. Gotta be happy. Nah, I just had a good day today. Also, I think maybe it's because I'm listening to music right now, so maybe I'm talking a bit louder than I should. I have like cyberpunk music on full blast right now. It's pretty wild listening to cyberpunk music and doing 3D modeling at the same time. Pretty fun stuff. It's like I'm still playing cyberpunk right now, except that I'm getting paid for it. It's pretty cool. What song am I listening to right now? I'm listening to like this Cyberpunk 2077 radio mix by Nightmare Owl Music. I'm not actually listening to like the official OST. I'm listening to like YouTuber mixes. You can listen to Bury the Light. I bet it's in there somewhere. Oh, you guys should listen to Pon Pon shit. It's really funny. It's like this really futuristic weeb music. It's good though. It's like good weed music. Adrenaline junkie. Yeah. I'll just link this music. Hold on. Let me go get you guys a link where I'm listening to right now. Hey Madari, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas. There you go. Yeah, exactly. But it's so good at the same time. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now. It's the music that inspires my medieval armor. Now you guys know the true purpose, the true meaning behind the armor you wear in Exanima. Exactly. What the fuck is that song? You gotta listen to the 30, like the 30-hour no, the 30-minute version one to truly get addicted. Music in video games is always good. It's like the one true uncorruptible thing. Well, that is until like Twitch says, "Oh, you're playing copyrighted music," and then they mute your entire video or something stupid like that. Yeah, that song is really in game. I was passing by like this random nightclub, and I heard like this music, and I was like, "What the fuck is this song?" So I like typed in cyberpunk. I had to go search it up. It's like cyberpunk Japanese music. This is like the first result. Did Twitch ever know what they're doing? No. The world is led by powerful blind and deaf people. That's what you'll learn if you live any length of time on Earth. You can climb up walls by equipping an invisible katana. Interesting. I've never had the invisible bug, where I had like invisible armor, invisible weapons. But if I ever do find an invisible katana, I'll be sure to try it out. I'm surprised so many people are here on Christmas Day, or at least Christmas Eve for a lot of people. Thought everyone would be busy wrapping stuff, putting stuff under trees. I feel like there's too many pulleys here. Get rid of like this. Maybe just that. Ah, you lucky, lucky man. getting home cooked food. That's like the definition of Christmas there. You can't have Christmas without the home cooked food. Hey, Master Use. Hi, Zeth. Are you only making fancy armor? Or are you doing rotten flesh too? Yeah, I do like So there's gonna be like a new. Not sure if you've heard, but there's gonna be a new undead skin for the undead, and I did the 3D modeling for that. I think that was announced in a coffee diary some time ago. What is it that I'm doing? I am making a low poly for the high poly. So I'm just making good geometry because Z-modeler can't handle the awesomeness that is a fluted pauldron wing. It's just a bit too complex for what Z-modeler Z remesher is made for, I think. Z remesher doesn't like sharp objects, sharp shapes, I found. Especially multiple sharp shapes that are connected at one point, like we have at the flute here. It handles faces and organic geometry really well though. Are you gonna celebrate Xmas or New Year's together? I'm sure like so I know like Maddock and a few of my other coworkers like Brendan and I think like Kieran lives there too now. I forget. Yeah, a couple of the devs live together, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna celebrate Christmas together. But it sounds like everyone's really going to have like a Christmas on the smaller side of things. Gonna keep it safe. I'm not gonna fly to Italy or anything to celebrate Christmas with Maddock. I'm not invited. So sad. Come to think of it, I didn't get a Christmas invitation from Chris Wilson either. So I'm not invited to New Zealand for Christmas. Oh well, next time. Oh god. Has that really caught on? What the fuck even is Zoom? I thought everyone was using like Skype or something. Remember when everyone used Skype? What is this Zoom all about? Is it for like Zoomers? Because I haven't heard of it. I've never used it. Gotta grind to 50 for free bucks. Yeah. You're gonna have to grind to level 50 to get your free Christmas box. And it could either contain like a house plant or a sock. It'll be one of the two. Oh god, remember when MSN? Is MSN still a thing? I can't imagine it is. Remember when we would all just talk on Ventrilo? Those are the days. Before Discord, everyone just shouting into the same room, the same lobby. I think Zoom is a good way to get your information stolen by the Chinese government. Not like they don't have it already. I don't understand how the Chinese government can steal your information twice. Like, they already have it. Every government has your information, practically at this point. And if they don't, they're incredibly incompetent. Fixing up some geometry here. I'm not sure if I like how I laid out some of this topology. This isn't ideal geometry, but It'll work. It'll work for a high poly. Whenever I say poly, I always think of like poly want a cracker. I don't know why. It's just this poly want a cracker is ingrained in my mind. Just wait and watch. I bet Twitch is gonna ban the use of pon pon because of how dirty it is. You're gonna be like, no, you can't use the word pon pon. It'll just be like P star N P star N. Be like a bad word. Be a no word. You watch pirate movies recently. I always think of like Tintin too whenever I think of Polly Want a Cracker. I don't know why. There's like wasn't there like a pirate themed comic for Tintin? This is really bizarre here. There we go. Bit better. Leave more to the imagination. Almost done here. What is that emoji? It's like the Black Spirit dude from Black Desert Online. You wanna crush that spirit dude in the palm of your hand. Yeah, I don't blame you. He's a bit of a dick, isn't he? Or she, I don't know. Dog requires snuggles once again. Snuggle that dog. There is a bit weird. I feel like how the topology turned out here. It's a bit funky. I get rid of this n-gon. I feel like n-gon should be like an insult. For those who don't know, n-gon means like basically a polygon with a an a strange number of points, something that isn't like a tri or a quad is what you call an n-gon. I feel like it would be a really good insult. There we go. That worked out well. Yes, that works. You can have a triangle here because it's not on any of the flute lines. This area is a bit wonky though. I'm worried about this configuration of polygons. It is a bit sketch. But I also do need that amount of polygons in here. You forgot I was streaming. Sometimes you just run out of things to say. Guess we can do that. That looks a bit better. I'll go with this. To this. Alright, I think we're done here. We can re-import this back to ZBrush. Export this to ZBrush. Are we allowed to know what is being modeled? This is a pauldron wing. You hold on just a minute. I'll show you the main sculpt. Let's go export this. All right, we're switching us back to ZBrush. It's a female codpiece. Very funny. All right, let's go import the new pauldron wing. All right, that's the wrong one. That's the old one. Port. Here we go. This is the new geometry. Let's go append it. And stick it into the pauldrons folder. We'll hide the old pauldron wing. And we'll split this one into polygroups. The bat squid, if you're still around, this is a suit of armor that I'm modeling for the game Exanima, the dungeon crawler on Steam. Physics-based dungeon crawler arena manager sim game. Pretty fun. Pretty fun game. I don't play it very much, but it's really fun working on it. Oh, I still have that. I still have the playthrough that I was going to live stream once the new update is out. I almost forgot I was gonna do that. And still am. Oh, that's cool. Good to hear. Yeah, the game has really slow updates. The update schedule is basically non-existent, but they're usually pretty good. Usually have good content in them. Next one's going to be global illuminations. So the lighting system is going to be completely rehauled, as well as a number of materials, and how like the material system is set up too. It's massive load of work. Although there isn't going to be anything content-wise. I do worry that people will be mad that, wow, massive update, but no new content other than lighting. Is this what we get after 1 year of waiting? That's what they're gonna say. I just know it. I just know some people out there are going to say that. But you can't please everyone, so what are you gonna do? Yeah, I totally know Banana Born's gonna be one of those people, for sure. Will it be more taxing on GPUs and such? I don't think so. I think it'll have like minimal, if any, performance uh, impact. Maddox's code is really clean. Another thing, like I can tell like his methodology, methodology is pretty good when it comes to programming. All right, everything is polygrouped. Let's unweld and auto groups again, just so everything is. There's more contrast between the polygroup colors. Sometimes it's difficult to tell what is what. Crease these polygroups. Divide it. Ah, so much better than that ZRemesher output. See, ZRemesher can't handle this kind of geometry. It's too uh, it's too strange for the algorithm. Let's go do the one on the right or left, depending on what you see with Z remesher. And then we'll just like subdivide and move everything into place. That why it takes a while for optimization. Well, I think in this case, for this update, it's more of a combination of optimization and also adding a massive feature. So you add the global illuminations, right? It's not just as simple as pressing, it's like clicking a few buttons and you're done. It's never like that. There's some really complex shit involved in global illuminations. Like if you guys think what I'm doing right now is complex, then like what Madoc is doing is probably 4 times more complex than what I'm doing. We could probably just do select loops for this, I think. See, no, we can't. We might actually have to do another low poly. Yeah, I guess I'll just like do some quick slice lines and then import it into Modo. I don't trust Siri Mesher with the pauldron wings. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think the output is going to be very good. So let's go put the median slice here. I love Siri Mesher, but it's not gonna be able to handle this. I'm basically gonna do the same thing as we did on the larger pauldron wing. Just gonna change the material to something else just so I can see what I'm slicing. I do this slice better. Are the models like this 1-1 with the in-game hitboxes? No, this is way too. So this is a high poly mesh. So high poly just means high polygon or high density polygon mesh. So there's just like there's way too many polygons here for the game engine to handle. What I do after I'm done with this model is that I create a low poly mesh or low polygon mesh with fewer polygons, and then you just bake the details of this model of the high poly mesh onto the low poly through UV unwrapping and texturing, baking. When I say baking, I don't mean like cookies in the oven kind of baking. I mean baking the details of this the sculpt onto the texture map of a low poly model. You slice circle here. But the details I'm doing now remain useful? Yep. Yeah, you'll see pauldron wings on late 15th, late 16th century armors. You'll see massive ones on Maximilian armor. How would they be useful? Well, they'll stop all sorts of things from hitting your neck and head. Especially if you're on a horse and you're holding a lance. So if you're on a horse and you're fighting people on foot, this is basically what they'll see. Or maybe like this side really. So they're gonna be able to only like hit the top of your head. Yeah, don't discount like how delicate your neck is actually. Like your neck has the smallest vertebrae in the human body, which is why it's so easy. Well, no, it's not easy to snap people's necks, but like you get what I mean. It's a really vulnerable part of your body, like second only to your head, really. So you want to have as much armor around your neck as you can, ideally. Yeah, you don't want a lance in the armpit. That would suck. But usually, so this arm is the one carrying the lance, right? And usually the lance has kind of like a shield attached to the base. So this whole area is covered by the lance guard. So there isn't going to be a hole here available for the enemies. And right here, you're carrying a shield, so that blocks the lower half of your pauldron. So there's pretty much no place for a lance to go. And your crotch is protected by the horse that you're sitting on. So there is no gaps. There is no gaps if you're sitting on a horse, you're carrying a shield, and you're using a lance. Not in the groin, not in the armpits, nowhere. There's like hardly any gaps at all. Unless you get lucky and you like somehow get a lance in between two plates. And then even then you have to go through chain, gambeson, and your clothing underneath that. That's a lot of layers to get through. All right, let's go export this to Moto, and then we'll make a low poly of that. Sure, it's selected. Export. Is this secret evidence of horses in Exanima? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Likely not. Horses are a lot of work, especially for a physics-based game. That's gonna be a nightmare. Poor Medoc. Let's go import this. Let's beam you guys over to Komodo. All right. Are you guys ready for drunk horses? Because I'm not. I don't think anyone's gonna be ready for drunk horses. It's like cruel and unusual animal cruelty. Just get 20 peasants in a rope, trip the horse. Well, that's kind of how you do it in real life. Maybe not. You don't actually, probably won't need 20 peasants. Like, even just like 2 peasants is enough to kill someone in a suit of armor if they're not paying attention. Just like 2v1, even if they're wearing armor, you've got a huge advantage in numbers. That English guy, who has his lockdown longbow, that YouTuber who also does the swords for Witcher 3, that guy talked about how to defeat people in plate armor. Yeah, Todd. Todd talks about defeating armored combatants very recently too. I think it was just a couple of days ago. Todd's Workshop and Todd's Cutlery. I really like his logo. His logo is really cool. It's like that swish ding sound. Very very satisfactory. It's honestly pretty hard to beat like a good rock. Just like peasants and a bunch of rocks. Like only recently have we made things that are harder and stronger than rocks. If you think about it. Rocks are dangerous. Rocks are dangerous weapons. Like if you get like even sticks are dangerous too. Like that's basically what a quarterstaff is. It's just a really big stick that's been shaped and polished so you don't get splinters and that you have better leverage. That's all. That's what a quarterstaff is. It's just a big tree branch. We're lucky as humans. We can produce so much power and leverage through swinging things with our arms. I don't think any other animal on Earth has that kind of that ability to transform stationary inert objects into lethal lethal tools. I mean, birds sometimes drop their prey onto rocks. I think like maybe like seabirds do that, like pelicans or something. They drop maybe not pelicans, but some sort of seabird drops like crabs and other uh, clams bivalves onto rocks. But that's about the extent of using uh, tools in such a manner. Crows sometimes leave nuts on the roads for cars to run over. I don't doubt that. Crows are. I kind of imagine like Smoils to be a crow in human form. I don't think he's actually a cat. I think Smoils is a crow. Because crows are even more trolly than cats. Mantis shrimp? Yeah, mantis shrimp are pretty nuts. But they're just using their arms, right? They aren't actually using tools to. Well, I guess you could sort of consider arms as tools. But that's just like all baked into their brain, isn't it? That's just like a very instinctual thing. It's not like a learned thing. You know what I want to see in SG? I want to see like trolley birds Just imagine like you're walking down a dirt path in SG. Uh, it's like seeing people go by with carriages and horses and wagons and stuff like that, just minding their own business, and all of a sudden, you get like acorns dropped on your head by some crows. With a physics engine, that'd be pretty funny. To just like keep dive bombing you with like acorns and nuts and yeah, good fun. Exanima is a good way to nerf the utility of human arms. Just forget they exist. Well, to be fair, in return of that, in return, you get the ability to fold your arms up in half and then place them inside your body backwards. I think that's a pretty OP move. Like how many humans do you know can fold their arms inside out? The answer is not very many. 1,000 times folded Japanese hands. Sharpened to a razor atom splitting edge. You know when people complain about like swords getting through their armor and causing red damage? Uh, well, it's just because they haven't sharpened their arms enough. They just got to get good and fold their arms up 1,000 more times and sharpen them to a razor edge. They only knew the art of ninjutsu. Uh, they do a lot better in the arena. Have you guys ever seen the James Bond movie where there's like that Soviet spy and she like kicks her heels together and there's like knives that come out of her boots? That's something that I always think about whenever someone says drop kick. We need like hidden spring-loaded knives in our sabatons. Piloting 90 skeletons into Sir is just playing the game in a very smart way. I personally like that playstyle actually. I like being like a I like playing necromancers in other games. So this feels a lot like being a necromancer to me. Have like your undead horde. Why do you think pointy sabatons were fashionable? Exactly. We don't think too differently from our medieval counterparts. Where did that median line go? It's in here somewhere. Oh well, we'll find it. Find it later. You get why Darren freaks out. You're raising zombies. Is it actually necromancy though? Like I know it's like mind thaumaturgy, right? What do you guys think? Is it like mind thumb? Is it actually like calling back the spirits of the dead, or is it like doing something with their minds? And how do you mind thaumaturgy something that is dead? Because like when you die, the mind ceases to be, right? That's what I don't get about mind thaumaturgy. I feel like mind thaumaturgy should only be applicable to living creatures. Like raising the dead is more of like a spiritual thing, right? There's a lore explanation in the game. You tell us you guys created it. Well, I just want to I want to farm community ideas. So next time I'm talking in developer in the dev meetings for Coffee Dairy, I sound smart, right? I'll be the guy with the cool ideas. So yeah, you guys do all the speculation and hard work for me, and I'll just take all the credit. uh, cool. Okay. I wasn't actually aware there was lore behind that. I should go read the scrolls more carefully on my next playthrough. Oh shoot! I just realized. Where is? I can probably see the. Yeah, I can see the geometry here. Okay. The problem is, it's not really raised. I'll just do a re-import from ZBrush and actually mark out the locations with some geometry. That should be good. Now we'll export this again. Dplug and export. R2. We'll delete the reference. Import the new reference. And now we can actually see what we're doing. Yay! To realign the inline. I don't know why I call it the median line. I should just say the line that's in the middle. I guess it sounds more professional to say median line. Actually don't know what to call this really. Please give fails a leg sweep. Yeah. When are we getting special attacks? That was a planned feature. I want my special attacks. Darren should get a special attack. It'll be called the handy the farmhand's hand. Where it just like one punches enemies in the face. And when he punches people, like bits of straw fly everywhere. Like a particle effect. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I couldn't really think of anything else to call it, so I just call it median. His median is middle, so yeah. Median is also average in mathematics. Maybe I should just call it middle. It'd be cool if there's like some sort of uh It's like some sort of disarm ability. I don't know if it would be like parry. But yeah, like some way to disarm your opponent would be good. You could already sort of do that with shields, since shields have their own stamina bar. If you smack a shield with a really heavy and strong weapon repeatedly, their shield arm drops. But like the rest of the weapons are super glued to their hands until they die, get knocked out. It's another one of those small features that add a lot to a game, but it's not really high on the priority list right now. I feel like that's kind of what Cyberpunk suffers from right now. Like the devs are like they're scrambling. I can only imagine like how hectic it must have been trying to push the update out, uh, trying to push the game out. They're just like working on all the priority stuff and trying to make it look presentable. And then yeah, a ton of stuff got cut or weren't implemented correctly or implemented yet, which is a shame. So that's why rushing devs is never a good idea. It's one of those you either have it or you don't have it type of scenarios. Like you can rush the devs all you want, but you're not going to get what you want. It's not like a sales job or something where if you demand to see the manager, you're not going to get something faster. It's like rushing your plumber. Like if you have a broken toilet and you say, "Hey plumber, hurry the fuck up and fix my toilet." He's not going to be able to fix it faster than is humanly possible. Let's get bevel this one. There we go. Yeah, drop in a few more edge loops. I don't know why I call them edge loops. I just call them poly loops. I don't know, edge loops, poly loops. Edge loops are more for like edges. I think poly loops is more applicable to everything else. Sassing the plumber. That sounds like some sort of bad porno. Oh, Mr. Plumber, hurry up and plumb my pipes. Definitely a bad porno. I think you can look forward to a bit of that, generic. Like, don't get your hopes up for for anything like major, but there will be a bit more NPC interaction. Not gonna be like any like personal quest uh sort of stuff, but yeah, definitely be a little bit more. Any romance options? What you mean searching for your long lost love, which is the full black armor with the gold trim, isn't enough romance for you? For shame. Got more lore and storybooks around the place. Yeah, that could be nice. I should go ask the team to see if there's any more of that for like the arena update. That could be a good thing to add. Like stuff to read in the arena hub. Personally, I feel like the later levels aren't complete. They're too empty. Like people are right when they say Exanima is just like endless corridors and hallways. I totally get what they're saying. I mean, they aren't like completely devoid, and there are good lore reasons for why they look the way they do, but I do feel like they are too empty. All right, I think this one's done. We delete the reference and we can just export this out. gonna move us over back to ZBrush. Go import our new pauldron wing left. Drag this one in here. Hide the original. And presto. Same thing, split this into polygroups. There's just a lot of really major systems that have taken up the majority of time. Like there's no doubt that like bare metal is capable of producing some quality story content. It's just like the technical stuff takes such a long time to get right. And they're so important. Without the technical stuff that you need to do, you don't have any gameplay. And without gameplay, then like you don't really have a game. Yeah, it's just a matter of time and priorities. A lot of stuff gets tossed to the wayside for now because there isn't enough time to do them. Well, there is time to do them. It's just that they aren't the priority as of now. I feel like most gaming communities just have a lot of really vocal, angry people. Most of them aren't toxic. It's just that the vocal minority is, and they sure as hell are loud. And I think one of the reasons uh, why this happens is because not not a lot of people know how game development works. There's a lot of mystery around game development, in part because it's a really complicated thing to explain to someone what you're doing. And just because it's like a really difficult and really complex thing to do. Yeah, that's true. Like the most passionate people are either uh they're either trolls or they're like mega hardcore fans of the game. Or they could just be like crazy, you know. They could just be like a bit psychotic. It is the internet we're dealing with. Add another poly loop here. Insert edge, multiple edge, keep poly group. And poly group. Find. Nice. What we needed. Some people are really misinformed on what is realistic as well when it comes to this sort of stuff. Yeah. It goes both ways, right? Um, people don't know enough about game development to know what is possible and what isn't possible. So sometimes they'll be like, oh no, the devs can't do this because the technology doesn't exist. But as a matter of fact, it does exist and the devs are just being lazy. Or it could just be like the reverse too. Like, oh yeah, it'd be great if they had like a VR Minecraft where you can actually taste the pixels. Like that that tech actually doesn't exist yet. Well, actually, it probably does. It's just that no one's actually combined it in that way before. Or it'd take a lot of work to actually add to a game. Thinking about that, it actually might not be that difficult. You do need like some sort of chemical mixing machine that mixes up a formula and squirts it onto your tongue whenever you lick something in the game. So yeah, the technology is plausible, but it doesn't exist yet. Personally, I feel like Exanima and SG could be really good games with range combat. Like just saying, oh, Exanima should be like a melee focused game. I feel it's kind of like a cop out. Uh, it's just a lot of work to add range combat and balance it with melee. But I do think Exanima has potential to be a really good range combat game. Like saying Exanima should remain melee focused, I do feel like is a cop out on our end. It just means Maddock doesn't want to uh, spend too much time on range combat, as it is a lot of work. That's what it means. Yeah, melee is an interesting way to fight, no doubt. Uh, but like range has a bunch of options too. Like throwing weapons, you can imagine like throwing grenades made from like alchemical stuff, like exploding potions, javelins, throwing knives, um, just like arrow physics with the physics engine. Just like getting headshots in Exanima would be really satisfying. Like there's so much stuff you can do with ranged, and I feel like um, I feel like saying that Exanima should be a melee focused game is really ignoring a lot of the potential that the game could offer. But I also understand that you got to keep the skip small, at least for now. Got to take off. Cool. All right. Have a good one, Conrax. I'm about to stop the stream too. I said I was gonna stream longer, but I mean it is Christmas Day now. I should probably take the day off and spend some time with my girlfriend. I think this is actually a good place to stop the stream. We got a lot of work done today. We got both of these pauldron wings up and running with the really nice topology. So we should be done with like pauldrons next stream, and likely the cuirass as well. We can probably start working on the rest of the helmet details next stream even. Oh damn, you're late. Just woke up. Oh damn. Well, you can watch the you can upload. I always upload the VOD after the streams. So I'll be able to see that in an hour or so after it uploads. But yeah, later guys. I'm impressed you're all able to watch on Christmas. I was not expecting that. I was expecting like maybe 3 to 5 people max. Yeah, cheers. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys all get a bunch of Christmas gifts.